Hey everybody, welcome back to day 3. Breakfast with Bob from Day Challenge Roth. My name is Bob Babbitt. We're brought to you by HOKA Fly Human Fly, Master Spas, deboer Wetsuits, Outrigger Kona Resort and Spa. Stay longer and save more. And of course, our Challenged Athletes Foundation. Our next guest, Mr. Jan Stratmann. We chatted a little bit last year. How you doing, Jan?
Doing good. Thanks for having me.
It's always a pleasure. So, what is it about this course? You were fourth in 2024. What's it about this course that suits you? Because you had a great race.
Yeah, it was really tight racing, and I think 27 seconds off the podium, so it was pretty clear to come back this year to get on the podium. And yeah, the course is quite unique, and I think you're starting at the canal. A really nice, fast bike course, but you have some climbing, and then a unique marathon down the canal, and then to the city of Roth, or the town of Roth, and then
yes.
The thing is, what makes it unique is like the spectators. I think we had last year close to 300,000 people out on course,
Crazy, yeah.
And I think that makes the race so special.
So, what got you into this sport? Did you grow up as swimmer, cyclist, runner?
I grew up playing football, soccer.
Oh, soccer,
and, had nothing to do with swimming, biking, or running.
Okay.
And after a ski accident, I think it was 2011, I started swimming and triathlon. And first on the short course, and then I think 2019 made the switch to the middle distance, and then probably say last year for real to the long distance.
Yeah, and you like the long distance better?
Yeah, it feels like it's my distance, and especially after last year where I did my first 2 long distance and prepared for it properly, I now have the focus on Roth and Nice for this year, clearly, and
And last year, Ironman Barcelona, special day. We were talking 45:50 swim, 3:59:06, 2:39:53, 7:28:25. That shows you where you can be, because that's so solid across the board.
Yeah, it was a really nice race, great day, and I think I improved from Roth because you get more experience with every long distance race you do, and you know what homework you need to do. So I had a whole winter now to do the homework, to be even faster or be quicker on this course in Roth. I think this year the conditions are quite different to the last year, so you also need to prepare for the heat a bit more.
Right.
And then you have always different start fields, which makes the dynamic different. I think this year we have quite a unique one.
And you're still such a young guy. What, you just turned 30?
Yes, just I think on the long distance it's not as old, but as you see, like the athletes switching to the longer courses are getting younger and younger.
And faster.
As well, so you need to step your game up every year, and you never know where you are until you race.
When you have a season like you had last year, where you get 4th at Roth and just have a classic Ironman Barcelona, a race like that, when you go into the off-season, how do you evaluate what you did last year and get better for this year?
I think that's always the difficult, because I always just look forward, say I want more, I want to improve, I want to get better and make the next step. But I think there's also points you're gonna look back and just being proud of yourself, what you achieved. It's sometimes tough, and it's also important to calm down at points, I think, especially in the winter. And not rush things back, but I think I did pretty decent preparation over the winter, and then had some trouble in like end of April, beginning of March with my body, but I could turn things around just in time for Roth, I think.
Right. Well, and really, so in this year, it was just the one race. So that race. Were you going into that race a little injured?
Yeah, it was like, do I make the start line or not? I wanted to give it a try, as you know, first race of the season.
That's what you do.
And yeah, I knew right, like midway through the bike, that I got some problems already, and then I didn't want to risk too much on the half marathon, so I didn't push things too far. Still, I need to take a few weeks off running afterwards. But yeah, I think I run now again for 7 weeks. And often with my coach, I think we played it pretty smart to be here, fit and healthy.
Anytime someone's running sub 240, that's pretty special. The crowds here, you've done other races, there's something special about that, especially being a German athlete.
Yeah, it's crazy. Also, leading into the race, the days before, the attention is like pretty unique. You don't get this anywhere else in the world, at no race. I think not even close. And for me, last year was pretty overwhelming. You think you get used to it, but it's not. Like you're still in the evening, you lay in bed, like trying to
go to sleep, and you can't.
Trying to calm down, yeah. And then on race day, it tops it off every time, and everybody's talking about Solar Hill, but actually it's already the swim star. When you come out of the water, there's 10,000s of people on the bridge cheering for you. It's really crazy. You really need to calm yourself down to not go too hard in the beginning, because you just get pushed so much.
So when you look back at that race, were there points of it that you feel, I could have done this, or I could have done that, I chased too hard early? How do you critique that race?
Yeah, for sure. There was a lot of learning points, especially what I felt like I did in Barcelona different already was like, if you lead the swim in an Ironman, or I know Lukas was in front like 40 seconds, but it costs so much more like power and probably also carbs you burn. And then also on the bike, as you said, I was probably a little too excited on the first loop, and then I got like also a little bit unlucky with like something getting in my front wheel, and there lost some time on the bike. But
did you go down?
No, but I needed to stop like 2 or 3 times to get this sticky tape out of my front wheel.
Oh, that's right. I remember that. Yeah.
And then, losing the group was obviously pretty bad. But then, once again, it's a long distance race, and it's finished when you cross the finish line. And the race, I think, especially in Roth, when you have 28k on the canal, you turn off and then you run up Büchenbach. It's like through town, and then Büchenbach you have still 12k. And you need to, the race is like one there, I think, always on the last 12k, because it's quite tough there.
Yeah, and like if it's like today, I remember people at the finish line were freezing last year, right? Now it's not going to be like that on Sunday.
It's not your typical German weather. It probably was last year. I think Sunday will be pretty warm, and as you think, we had last week like 38 degrees, but 28 in the sun is still super hot, and you need to have cooling strategies, and you need to be prepared for racing in the heat. And you need to think of it from minute 1 when you enter the water, and also on the bike to keep cooling, keep the nutrition up, and just cool.
So did Barcelona, does that qualify you for Nice?
Yes.
So you already got that checked off. That's great.
It was pretty nice, because therefore we could go really like relax into the season and say, the big races are in July and September.
Yes.
And everything else is bonus or preparation, and
So after this, then do you do some course recon at Nice?
I've already been to Nice in March with my coach. It's a really stunning course, honestly.
Do you think it suits you with the climbing and the descending? Because people, I think, underestimate the descending aspect of it, because it is some pretty scary descents.
Yeah, like coming from Europe, living like not in the mountains, but being there for a lot of times, I quite like it.
Okay.
But it's definitely what I figure out. You need to know the course, and you need to know how to descend in order to be competitive.
Yeah.
It's challenging, but I really like it, because it gives the sport, also the bike part, something different, and you need to have different skill set to perform. And it's not just riding your bike, not just pushing power, but also having skills, and I think it's pretty cool.
What do you look at as the best race you've ever had?
So from performance point on long distance, I say Barcelona was a big step forward from Roth, because I just learned so much and had more training for long distance. And in terms of this, and on the middle distance, probably it was Lati, the World Championships in 2023. But hope to tell you on Sunday that
it happened on Sunday. What's fascinating is last year you had Magnus Ditlev, 2-time champion, overwhelming favorite. I don't think there's a favorite here.
That's the thing, because there's other athletes having issues, struggles, late entries, and you have so many really, really strong athletes, and it makes it quite exciting. I think also for the spectators that you can't really say who's winning. There's people saying they want to break the world record time, but in the end, I think the conditions will make it super tough. And if you see what Magnus performed last year, I think under the conditions we have on Sunday, it's not possible. But it will be a tight race.
Don't you think?
For sure, yeah.
Yes. How about a round of applause for Jan Stratmann? Thank you, buddy. Appreciate you taking time. Good luck on Sunday.
Thank you.
Again, Bob Babbitt, Breakfast with Bob. Hold on. We will be right back.